What's good, y'all? It's your boy Young Roman. I'm back with another YouTube video. Today we about to react. Every day we react, and you better like and subscribe, for real. Nobody playing. Anyways, I love you. Hope you having a blessed day. Today we about to look at the terrifying world of teenagers on steroids. So let's get straight into it. Stop playing with them. By the way, I just did a music reaction. I'm about to probably hop into 2-3 more. So if you didn't see them, go check them out. We about to get straight into this one, bro. Let's get it.
In the least.
Chapter 1, how it
we made
starts.
a TikTok account and set the age to 16, so we could start scrolling, liking whatever a gym-obsessed teen might like. While it started off tame, showing the well-known influencers you might expect, slowly, we're shown more and more hardcore videos, like normalized pinning in the gym, to before and after teen steroid
What? The other day I was on TikTok and I seen this dude, he was, y'all, he was so big, and then he's like, just casually showing needles on TikTok, showing how he be his come up with his steroids. That's why I was like, this is crazy. People are actually taking steroids. 2026.
With most of them spreading the same sentiment.
Seriously, don't blast.
Look at
Don't
that.
blast, bro.
Or you'll be super rich and
Successful. Hello.
and be always happy and
Jacked.
because you could not handle this lifestyle, you little
Soy boy.
What?
Incel?
save all the steroids.
For Mason.
Between 2020 and
face?
2023,
Even though he's jacked, his face looks like a girl's face. Am I tripping?
promoting steroids were viewed 420 million times by US users aged 18 to 24. The only reason we don't have data for younger users is because TikTok doesn't publicize those. At the same time, the stigma around PEDs has collapsed. Hollywood actors openly discuss steroid cycles, while fitness influencers normalize TRT.
Can I blast at the age of 17 to 18
Yeah,
for
they
sure?
say
Like,
it's
what's stopping you?
TRT.
That's what I did.
To a teenager watching this, testosterone doesn't look dangerous. It looks normal, natural even.
Even so, TRT
Is that my bestie getting a test?
Add extreme looks maxing culture, and PEDs start to feel like a logical upgrade.
If you take a drug that makes you more disciplined, more jacked, more focused, more attractive.
That's so cap. I bet you there is no benefits of taking testosterone. Do y'all want to see? Let's see. Let's ask Google. All right, we're on Google now. Is it safe to take I don't know how to spell testosterone. Don't fry me now. There we go. Is TRT safe? Generally considered safe for men with clinically diagnosed low testosterone when monitored by a doctor. So basically what it's saying is taking testosterone, if you actually needed it, look, it says fertility, prostate, but not for what these young, you're a teenager, and you're already having testosterone probably gonna build up like crazy, and now you're gonna take some more. What? Come on.
Suddenly, your public
Late
enemy
night and I
number
was
one.
thirsty.
To some, it's baffling as to why
Go.
you wouldn't take a concoction of drugs to get ahead as a teenager.
All the research is there, and it's really safe to use these drugs.
Most aren't seeing
No,
the
it's
hospital
not.
visits or hormone crashes. They're seeing success, clout, and rapid results. With the constant bombardment of this content and viral teenage steroid transformations, steroids stop feeling like an underground drug and start feeling like a shortcut to confidence. And it must work, right? We're seeing more and more teenagers putting
Why don't they just go to the gym and put in the work? Oh my God.
up impressive lifts, looking like Belgian blue cows.
Jesus Christ, that doesn't look good.
Hands at 17. Is that something that you're willing to do in the future?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. That's the mindset I had.
Oh my
From what
God.
they've seen, it's a magical fix-all, one that's way too easy to get your hands on. Now, what I'm about to show you, I don't want it to come across as a tutorial, which is why I'll blur details and link helpful resources below the video. But I want you to see just how quickly you can get sucked into the rabbit hole of PEDs as a teenager. Because when we were researching this trend, we found numerous more disturbing accounts.
Let's see it.
Update.
Let's see it. How are y'all telling these people to take this stuff? It's not good for you. Like, what?
I was just scrolling through
Especially
TikTok,
children
and
as a target
I got
audience?
a video of a guy talking
Nasty.
about being 17 that he hopped on growth hormone. It had a lot of views. So I clicked on his profile because he linked it in the video, and it took me to a Discord server. And in this Discord server, they are selling cookies, anabolic cookies.
In this group, you find full price lists, step-by-step instructions on how to buy,
Cookies?
and teenagers teaching other teens which
They're selling cookies like edibles? What in the world?
compounds to take.
And so what I'm gonna do in this group is ask the same question. Like,
I mean, they're selling steroids like edibles. My fault.
what do you guys recommend? I'm 17. I'm turning 18 years old. I've been training for 10 months.
Training for 10 fit.
What
My
would you
face is
recommend?
bloated.
Just
I wanna
one
gain
swipe and
muscle.
3 clicks.
Stop
Any teenager
change
now
your
has
diet
access
and
to
then
illegal
go to the
anabolic
gym. Maybe that your
steroids.
face
All they
won't
have to
be
do
fucking
is
bloated.
put in an order.
I sent my picture over and they said, oh, you look pretty good. A guy responded and I asked him like, okay, yeah, thanks, but I'm trying to push it to the next level. Like, what do you recommend? And he proceeded to give me an exact recommendation on what to do and what to take and what he's doing right now. The exact dose that he is taking.
This is just one of the many teenage steroid group chats.
Just
in
do a
growing
lot of
underground
tests depending
economy.
on what
The
you can
advice they went on to
tolerate.
give
16 to
us was
24
mental.
weeks.
So he's not just taking PEDs, he's training people and sourcing juice for them at
Look at this.
17 years
It's just
old.
not. You don't
I
look
wanted to try this
good.
experiment out for myself, and after sending "Hey guys," I already got a DM linking to what looked like the Amazon of steroids. And when I asked what I should
Oh,
take,
my goodness.
along with a photo of myself around 14, he told me I was too young. Okay, good. But he still proceeds to give me a complete laundry list of instructions for using various substances, including Tren.
That escalated quickly.
Alongside Star Wars sounding peptides and drugs, sure most have virtually no long-term studies,
Oh,
especially
SARMs.
with teenagers.
I know what SARMs are. Are SARMs legal? It's illegal to sell SARMs. Ooh, y'all been taking SARMs. I know a lot of people that be taking that.
But it's easy to see how a teenager can feel like they've done their research, especially when speaking to so-called experts like this. But often, these people are just teenagers themselves, trying to make some quick money or earn back the money they spent on PEDs. So the underage user becomes the supplier. Do you see the problem here? I got ID'd the other day for a white monster.
Wow.
It's easier to buy black market steroids.
Now, the problem with black market sources is unlike real labs, real drug companies, there's very little quality control with.
And this can have grim consequences if you're buying from the wrong places.
33-year-old Australian bodybuilder who bought steroids from the black market. Unfortunately, this poor guy died of acute metal poisoning.
Metal?
It turns out that when they analyzed his steroid that he took, it had 33 times the safe level of arsenic. So this guy bought a black market steroid that basically
killed
contained
himself.
arsenic, yet no active steroid, and he killed him.
All of this sounds pretty unsettling. Besides, steroids are illegal in most countries, and the idea of buying from some random dealer or Telegram channel is enough to make most teenagers hesitate. But what if there was a legal loophole? SARMs are compounds similar to anabolic steroids, but because they're still quite new, they don't have similar regulations yet, and manufacturers have found a way to exploit this.
So the top thing is not for human consumption.
Wow.
This label allows companies to sell these substances legally, whether that's in gym vending machines or online.
Because it
means they can avoid
not for
pharma-grade
human
drug
consumption.
standards and legally protects the company if you were to die.
Wow.
Not for human consumption, but we'll send it to 22-year-olds so that they can make fucking edits about their use.
What was once a black market has shifted into a legal grey area, and influencers are cashing in.
The thing is, though, they're not side effect free whatsoever.
They actually do have basically the same side effects as steroids. Really?
Yet, there's no shortage of influencers selling these drugs with affiliate codes, earning a cut on every sale, or just getting overexcited about them. But where are teenage suppliers actually getting these compounds from? And should they be as confident in them as they seem? To find out, it's worth tracing the source of their supply, and it turns out it's often a far cry from the pristine labs they show in marketing photos. And it's a good reminder of how exposed people
Steroids
really are
sold
online,
illegally to
which makes today's
teens.
sponsor, Incogni,
Wow.
pretty relevant. I don't like being spied on. Not
And I don't like you sneaking in ads.
to keep making these videos.
That YouTube Premium go
This
crazy.
is Renvex, a steroid lab once rated amongst the top 3 in the world on online forums. But don't let the premium scientific branding fool you. Behind it was a family operation. Macaulay Dodd started taking steroids at 14. After noticing their growing popularity, his
At
father
14
purchased
years
a remote
old, bro?
farmhouse
Come on,
in Wales.
seriously?
And alongside him, they began cooking up steroids, as you do.
It's just made in my shed.
Raw materials were shipped over from Chinese suppliers in sweet packets to evade border control. Even producers admit the conditions are often far from sterile.
That looks like
Well, it's
cocaine.
in very dirty conditions. You know, smoking cigarettes over it. The ash is dropping in, it's not getting filtered. Every time you take this shit, you're risking your fucking life.
By underground standards, and before it went wrong, Renvex was considered one of the better ones. After all, they were making the steroids and then selling them to other smaller dealers, so their reputation was important. But underground labs are fragile. If customs seize a shipment, a batch goes wrong, or the police get involved, the operation can disappear overnight. Some labs simply rebrand and relaunch, others vanish completely, leaving thousands scrambling for a new source. And make no mistake, when dealing with steroid labs as an inexperienced teenager, there's some very real contamination risks.
No fucking teenage boy anywhere in this fucking world needs to be taking anabolic steroids unless they've got a real medical issue.
There's a lot that can go wrong before the product even reaches the user.
But it doesn't concern you that people might take something you've made and it could damage their body or potentially kill them.
But even when the product is legit, teenage steroid use comes with very real side effects. The kind that influencers avoid talking about because they're uncomfortable and not good for business.
Bro!
Oh
my nipples are literally
my God!
lactating.
If you started lactating at the nips,
Ew.
would you film yourself and put it on TikTok? Probably not. It's one of the rarer side effects of steroid use, but one of those that most people would keep to themselves. There are many side
That
effects
look like ink
teenagers
coming
need
out
to
of
worry
him.
about a lot more than adults.
It's not necessarily that your body can't tolerate the drugs as a guy who's 15, like you have fresh kidneys, fresh heart, fresh and everything. It's more so the developing things that haven't reached maturation that might be stunted.
Some kinds of steroids close your growth plates early. That means they'll prevent you from reaching an adult height.
Think of these steroids like a fast forward button. They can speed up your initial growth, but this growth will usually stop earlier, leaving you shorter than you would have been without them.
And if you start taking it when you're 16, you're probably going to be a short king.
And you're gonna age even faster, most likely.
Shorter king than you ended up with your genetics.
But this fast-paced growth doesn't only affect growth plates. Have you ever noticed how many of the gym horror injuries involve enhanced lifters? That's likely not a coincidence. Steroids make muscles stronger, faster than tendons can adapt, while also stiffening connective tissue by disrupting collagen balance. This is why things can be more likely to snap. And for teenagers whose tendons are still developing, the risk is even higher. But what about the more likely side effects?
Do you suffer with this?
Hey yo, let's talk about gyno real quick.
Gynecomastia refers to the increase of breast tissue in men, or what's jokingly called
Gyno, the lady nip.
what might be a funny name is not a very fun problem. Gyno is caused by an imbalance between estrogen and testosterone, and while it can occur naturally, it's far more common and severe with PED abuse.
Girls like gorillas, so I had to become one. And gorillas have gyno, bro.
But gyno is only the
That
beginning.
looks horrible.
Steroids dramatically increase oil production, making acne a common consequence.
Irreversible back acne scars that he's going to have to live with.
And that's worth it to have some muscles? You better go to the gym and just work out. You don't need to do this. I would never do that. That is disgusting.
For the rest of his life.
As a teenager, Dave was massively into the gym. The guy looked sick, but then he made the decision to jump on anabolics, and it didn't go to plan. What Dave didn't know is his body would react very badly to these substances. His entire body started breaking out.
Genuinely, the best way I can describe it is like being tortured, like 24 hours a day for months.
In teenagers, severe acne isn't just cosmetic. It's strongly linked to depression, low self-esteem, and poor body image.
And they're gonna have
steroids
anger
don't only
issues
cause
too.
unwanted growth, but shrinkage too.
Especially when you're getting into the realm of like even your development.
They can shut down the production of testosterone that your body makes, and as a result, your natural hormones crash,
And my balls have shrunk 20 to 30%.
which can lead to
What?
infertility and a dependence on these drugs.
And this
for
is
the rest
worth
of your
it.
life. But that's not all.
It's colloquially termed DECA, is erectile dysfunction.
Steroids can either skyrocket or completely destroy sex drive. Some will lose all libido, while others experience the complete opposite.
They will have insatiable
Look at him.
libidos, which is a pretty typical outcome, but often this leads to a diversion in sexual appetite through increasing escalation of like intense and extreme pornography to achieve that dopamine hit. It's pretty wild.
They're not claiming that teenage steroid use will turn you into a sexually deviant hobbit with tiny balls and a lactation issue. But side effects are far harder to navigate as a teenager, and we still haven't touched on the deadliest one, the effect they can have on the heart. Just like other muscles, the heart grows, which can lead to heart attacks or cardiac arrest. There's been cases where teenagers have died before making it into adulthood, but generally, the longer the use, the greater the risks. I just couldn't understand how teenagers...
This is not worth it, y'all. This is really not worth it. Y'all don't need to be taking this. If you want to be big, go to the gym, eat right, and then you'll be fine. Like, there's no point.
who simply haven't had the time to understand the biological complexity of what they're shooting up could have these side effects only to inject the same stuff causing them the next day. Then I spent some more time in the chats and realized the mental side effects of stopping can be even worse than the physical.
Of stopping?
We first noticed this problem in the group chat. A teenager sent a message after his parents had found his steroid stash and thrown it away. No post-cycle therapy. He was to quit cold turkey. Without PCT, testosterone can remain dangerously low, bringing severe fatigue, depression, and mental health crashes. The 16-year-old lashes out. He called his parents retards and threatened to scare them. Because in his mind, they think that a dead son is better than one without steroids. This isn't hypothetical. It's perhaps similar to how it ended for Taylor Hooton. He started taking steroids at 17 in an attempt to make the varsity baseball team. But after experiencing some of the many common side effects of steroids, his family found out about his use and he was made to quit. Instead of making the team, Taylor was grounded. He went to his room and it was the last time anyone saw him alive. Steroid withdrawals were suspected to have played a role. The last few years has seen a sharp rise in teen mental health issues. In 2025, 1 in 7 aged 10 to 19 experienced a mental disorder. Depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and behavioral issues are now so widespread it's called the youth mental health crisis. Now add anabolic steroids to that mix. Steroids don't just affect muscles, they alter brain chemistry and structure, including regions responsible for mood, impulse control, and behavior.
Anxiety, like you would not believe. Every day that I'm on high doses, I wake up in the morning afraid of the rest of my day.
We can't claim clear causation. It's possible people already struggling are more likely to use steroids. But steroids don't just change how teens see others, they change how they see themselves. Some users claim massive psychological benefits.
If steroids didn't make me more jacked, I would still take them just because of how it affects me mentally.
If you're depressed, just take steroids.
But as with most drugs, what goes up must come down. Body dysmorphia and low self-esteem are often what drives teens to steroids in the first place. The goal is confidence, and the result is usually the opposite.
Even if I catch myself in the mirror, sometimes it'll just ruin my whole day if I don't look the way I want to look.
Teenagers usually care more about social validation, with the area of the brain that calculates risk still being underdeveloped. The constant exposure to unrealistic bodies online lowers self-esteem and fuels comparison. Steroids feel like a shortcut out of that loop, but trying to fix insecurity by getting bigger is like putting premium fuel into a car with flat tires.
I've never had so much body dysmorphia in my life. I was definitely happier as a natural.
Yeah, this is
I
not
agree
worth
that
it.
a lot of us have a hard time being satisfied, but what you're suggesting is far more prominent among steroid users. These are the guys who have the most body dysmorphia.
Once steroid use becomes the solution, they become a crutch.
And like the addiction part of this, it's a very addictive thing.
There's this trend on social media of a young guy with the caption, "One cycle won't hurt," only for it to cut to a gargantuan, almost unrecognizable person after they ramped up their doses. It can turn into a slippery slope. It's just concerning to see a young guy celebrating his 21st birthday hooked up to an oxygen mask. Only more teenagers seem to be taking to forums to ask questions about starting PEDs. Once, taking steroids as a 15-year-old was shocking enough to warrant a BBC documentary. That's not so much the case today, which is sad to see, because the truth is, very few people actually become successful because of their physiques, and even fewer turn it into a lifelong career. The ones who do seem like proof that steroids equate to success, but that's survivorship bias. We only see the outliers who made it, not the hundreds of thousands who jumped on gear at a young age but didn't.
If you have good genetics, and if you train hard, and if you eat well, you can go really far with it. But I promise you, there is a very small minority of people who fit that category, and most likely it isn't you.
You'll rarely see stories like, "I abused anabolic steroids and it ruined my entire life," or "ruined my hormonal system" at 17 to 19 years old.
Oh my god.
They do exist, but they're painful, embarrassing, and don't fit the social media highlight reel. Most steroid users don't end up looking like the people who
expectation versus reality, Jesus.
Influence them. Many will look natural. Ironically, top natural bodybuilders often get accused of steroids.
Are they natural?
Far more than people who are actually on them.
Yeah, if you do things right, and you have the genetics and the training and all those things over a decade or more, you're gonna mug most steroid users.
A kid who just wants to look better, feel fitter, and be more confident.
It's a shortcut. It's just the same thing as like girls getting a BBL instead of going to get in the gym and getting their booty right. It's the same thing.
Doesn't need to know how to inject themselves. They need to hear that they still have years of natural potential ahead of them.
Stay fucking natural.
Because the world of teenagers abusing steroids is a dark one, and it's important to understand that before you step inside.
Wow. All right, look, it's your boy on Rome. We 3 for 3 today. I'm about to go hop into the next one. So, me in the next reaction. Peace.